All right, so if I lost all my audience, right? My audience, my page, the money, everything. Here's exactly how I would scale my fitness coaching business back to $10,000 a month in 90 days. So the first thing I would do is, get into month one. Foundation building for the business, if you will. Really what I do is just get straight into defining my niche. Like, what is my niche? What is my target market? Who do I want to serve? And I would get very, very clear on that idea before even making any content. Because a lot of people, they make content just straight from the fucking get-go and don't have any idea of who they're targeting, which is just a fucking terrible idea, right? We need to make content for our ideal clients. So the first step would be really trying to narrow down and figure out, okay, who do I actually want to service? So how I would do this is I'd kind of look at different niches and try to figure out a problem that I can solve very well, perhaps better than most people. For example, with me, right? Like, I used to struggle with eating problems, eating disorder, that kind of stuff. So perhaps my niche, my solution would be geared towards binge eaters. I help chronic binge eaters lose weight without unnecessary restriction. A former binge eater myself, I understand the feeling of feeling like you're going down a fucking hill with no brakes on it, right? I understand that feeling better than most. So I can teach other people how to deal with that. So I've identified a problem that I believe is good. But the thing about business is we can't go off belief. We have to go on data. Okay, business is very logical, it's not emotional. You can't be emotional in business. You have to be very logical with the way you do things. It's a method to it. There's a level of strategy and skill required to get those outputs and required to get to where you want to be. So what I would do is immediately go on like Google Trends, probably ChatGPT, and just look at Google searches for binge eating, for how to lose weight, and look at like different Reddit threads and forums to analyze, okay, what is the market actually dealing with? Are my assumptions about the market, do they hold true in real life? I would interview people about what they struggled with. What was the most frustrating component of it? What actually worked for them? And after talking to the niche, after understanding the market, after having a clear offer, what I would do is take on 5 free clients. I would just take on 5 free clients with the intention of providing them a hell of a good service. And I would personally work with them side by side to overcome binge eating. And what that would do is give me a shit ton of content and a shit ton of testimonials and social proof that I am who I say I am and I know what I'm talking about. And I can solve this problem better than everyone else. So month 2, this is the growth month. So I'm taking the very activities that I've done in month 1, I'm analyzing it meticulously. I'm doubling down on what worked and I'm discarding what didn't work. This is called data analyzation. In month 2, I'm scaling up, right? So what I would do immediately is look at what other companies are posting. What are my top competitors? What are the guys that have more money, more resources, more everything than me? What are they doing? Because I'm taking advantage, even though they have no fucking idea, I'm taking advantage of their team, of their resources, of their marketing guy. I'm saying, hey buddy, your idea, my idea now. Okay, I'm taking inspiration from your posts and I am then iterating upon it and making it new. There are so many things that go into posting effective content, from what the location of the video conveys to your audience, to how it's going to be communicated, what lighting you're going to be using, to the actual clothes you're going to be wearing. Companies have split tested this shit thousands of times. A/B testing the shirt. All right, this shirt gets more engagement. Let me use this shirt. The data's out there. You just have to look at the winners. So that's what I would do. I would look at my 5 competitors in the industry. I would categorize their reels based on data. Okay, this one guy, let me categorize his last 90 days of posting, the top 10 posts that he made, bottom 10 posts that he made in terms of view count. Let me analyze, what went wrong in the bottom 10 and what went extremely well in the top 10. In month 2, I'm scaling up 3 to 5 times a day on my winning formats, right? I'm engaging with the audience in the DMs. I am responding to comments. I'm active on my social medias and I'm active on my page and I'm posting on my Instagram story 3 to 5 times a day. I would actually come out with a lead magnet. And when I was at the start of my fitness coaching career trying to get more clients, this was the most effective thing that I had ever done. And what it was, I had a lead magnet, this nutrition guide. I was quite literally just fucking posting this at the end of every video, dude. End of every one. If you want this free guide to learn how to get in shape without counting calories, without XYZ, comment the word guide and I'll send it straight to your Instagram DMs. Boom. There you go. Now he's happy because he got a good guide. You helped him out with your service. And now you're happy because you have a lead in your DMs. All right, so month 3, what do I do, right? I got my niche. Month 2 was just doubling down on my outputs. Now I've got fucking followers coming into the system. I got people in the pipeline. I've got paid clients in. Now I'm just fucking like doing more DMs and shit, right? I'm just doubling down on that stuff. I'm really doubling down on the sales. Because month 1 and month 2, I doubled down on content. I spent so much time and effort putting into content and marketing. Now that I'm marketed myself, now I can start to focus a little bit more on the sales, but I can't lose sight of marketing because marketing is still the most important out of any business. And I'll argue that to my fucking death. So what you're going to do is you're going to use the social proof and goodwill generated from the clients that you worked with, possibly even the free clients. And you're going to start to develop like little case study videos on how you did it. I want you giving out exactly how you did it. And what I do on these stories is I just start posting, different things that were call to actions that include an urgency component, right? Like an act now, and also a scarcity component, like there's limited slots, limited seats. audience, but I would actually maintain the truth. I wouldn't get greedy and take over what I'm gonna say. No, like I would stay true to my word, because in my terms, building the long-term brand and staying true to your word and honest to your audience is more important than a quick little cash flow, right? So I don't give a shit if I can take on more people. No, like if I said I'm gonna take on 10, I'm gonna take on those 10, right? I'm gonna stay honest because I want people to think that there's a scarce amount of slots and seats that I can take on, and realistically there isn't any coaching business. And what you can do is, in order to really set this up, is set the number higher, right? So let's say you advertise 20 seats, you shut it down at 10, and then you go, guys, all of you already filled up the seats already. That's crazy. Well, holy shit. Now people are like, the next time you launch, oh, they got to act quick. You build a reputation. So you'll see that with this approach, guys, it's not so much short-term satisfaction. It's like we're playing the long game. We know we could be making more money, but we're playing the long game. We're purposefully holding out. And that's what business is. It's not about the quickest path to 10K. It's about the most sustainable path to 10K. And I hope that if you were able to take away anything from this video, it's that there is no magic trick. There is no magic pony. It's that there is a clear system that works and you should follow it. Every video that goes viral, every post that works, every client you sign, there's a reason behind it. And that's why if you want more of that one-on-one support, you can come out and reach out to Samurai, and we can talk about the possibility of getting some more of that one-on-one help so that you can build your online coaching business with my help. Like I said, all my mentees, I'm not gonna hard pitch you here, but what we do is very one-on-one. It's very individualized, right? I take it very seriously. I spend most of my days working on these businesses and helping my mentees build theirs, teaching them the exact concepts that I've outlined. I'm in the mud. I'm literally in the trenches with them, building this shit from the ground up with my team. If you want to bet on yourself and you want to take action and you're genuinely committed to like getting some more of that advanced help and doubling down and following the feedback and systems, then you can click the link in the bio. You can go over to my page and apply for the Ascend partnership, where we'll see if you're a good fit, possibly get you on a phone call and just kind of see like what you're kind of dealing with and if we can even help. So if that's something that interests you, then by all means pursue that. If not, you just want the value, that's totally fine. I want you to absorb as much value from this as possible, and I'll see you guys in the next one.